for Nigeria soldiers, especially from the southern Nigeria, you know, especially those from the southern Nigeria that have died in the northeast. It would have been better for them to die fighting for disintegration of Nigeria, you see, than for them to die trying to fight for something that was actually a scam, or that is a scam. Because the war against Boko Haram is a scam. And that scam is what I'm just exposing to you now. Why they are telling you to go and kill Boko Haram, that Boko Haram is fighting to start implementing Sunnah. The Sunnah you see here, I'm showing you on the screen. The reason why Boko Haram want to carry on to kill is that they want to implement this Sunnah, to eradicate the innovation and implement Sunnah. Why they tell you to go to Boko Haram in the north to kill them? They ill-equip you to go there and fight them. They gave Boko Haram the allocation, they give Boko Haram support, they give them information, intelligence report, and then they send you from the south to go, pretending as if you are going there to fight truly. You know? So what they are going there to do is to actually, for them to use you and reduce the population, especially the population of our men that will stand to fight against them when they will come to the southern Nigeria. That is what is going on all these years. So now you have become a sacrifice. You have been killed. You have been sent to northern Nigeria as a soldier to die out of your ignorance. And that ignorance is what we are trying to kill now for those who are still there. The money they are paying to you to use to feed is nonsense. 50,000 naira per month, 54,000 naira per month it is nothing compared to your life. It is nothing compared to the kind of life you are going to live when Oduduwa finally become independent state. It is nothing compared to the kind of life you are going to live when Biafra succeed in becoming independent state. So if you are now fighting in the northern Nigeria thinking you are fighting Boko Haram, my brother, you are just waiting for the day they are going to kill you. And when you die for nothing. So the thing they send you to go to northern Nigeria to fight and kill Boko Haram for is already being implemented in the south without any bullet. Is that making sense? That same Sunnah that Boko Haram is saying we want to implement, we want to start Sharia, we want to start Islamic State, and we want to implement the Sunnah. And then for that reason, they carry you to go to kill them in the north. What I'm telling you now is that as you are going to north to Boko Haram, then in Borno State to fight and use bomb and risk your life there, they are already implementing that same Sunnah that they are fighting in the north not to come. They are already implementing it in Yoruba. And who are the people implementing it? The same people that are funding and sponsoring Boko Haram. They now come and, pretend to be Islamic scholars. They pretend to be cleric. And they are now using the people in Yoruba land who they have given one title or the other. They give them a cleric, Islamic cleric. They give this one Maurice. They give that one. They give the money to set up some kind of thing. And before you know it, they start shouting, we want Sharia in the south. So now they are already implementing it in a very modernized and diplomatic way. The people that they tell you that they don't want innovation and they want Sunnah, but they are using technology. They are using technology. They are using vehicles. They are using car. They printed this inscription in the car, in the bus, and the bus is driving all over Yoruba land. And I believe this is not the only bus you have in Ibadan, in Oyo State, that have this inscription in it. So my people, you see that as you are fighting Boko Haram in the north, trying to stop them from implementing Sunnah, because the reason for, in fact, you need to know what you are fighting for first. What exactly are you fighting for? You are fighting for you are fighting against Boko Haram implementing Sunnah. As simple as that. I don't know. It is time we change this. We change the narrative. What exactly? I want every military man or those who have military men in their family that are in the Northeast, call them on phone and ask them, what exactly are you fighting for? What are you trying to prevent in the North? It's a simple thing. What is it that Boko Haram is doing that they sent you there to fight so that they will not do it? What is it that Boko Haram want to implement in the North that warrant them to carry arms and ammunition and start killing people and start, committing all manner of things? What is it that they want to implement? And then what are you going there? What was the reason they told you? What did the Nigerian government tell you? That, okay, now the Boko Haram is here, we are going to the North to make sure we stop them. What is it that you are going to stop them for? The thing that you are going to stop them for is from them implementing the Sunnah. Is it Sunnah or Sunnah? And that Sunnah is already being implemented without a gunshot in Yoruba land, in the southern Nigeria. And only if you understand and realize that the thing that make you to go and kill people or risk your life in the North is already being implemented without gunshot in the southern Nigeria, then you will just pull yourself out from the Nigerian military and fight for complete disintegration of Nigeria. Until that is done, until you understand that. But the problem is that a lot of you don't understand. A lot of you don't understand this. A lot of the soldiers don't know what they are fighting for. If you ask them, they tell you, we are going to fight Boko Haram. They want to kill everybody in Nigeria. They want to take over Nigeria. That's the Boko Haram want to kill Nigeria. They want to take over Nigeria. They want to turn Nigeria into Islamic State. They want to turn Nigeria into this and turn Nigeria into that. But what they don't know, or what the military or the Nigerian government that tells you that Boko Haram want to turn Nigeria into Islamic State, they are not supporting it. What they are not telling you is that actually they are fighting to implement the Sunnah. That Sunnah is what they are planning to. That Sunnah is what they are fighting to implement. But the same government who tell you to go and fight Boko Haram is not telling you, that Sunnah is already being implemented in Oyo State, and they have the center for that Sunnah in Oyo State. So, my people, now we are going to read some of the terrorist group. We are going to read the profile of some of the terrorist group in Nigeria, and then you will understand that the arrow is pointing at one direction. And that direction the arrow is pointing at is the Sunnah. This Sunnah is the bone that hold all the terrorist group in Nigeria together. The Sunnah. Now, another thing apart from the Sunnah is the conquest of Usman Danfodio, which is also leading to the same Sunnah. So, if you after today, if you have brother in Nigeria army fighting in Borno State and he's from the south, tell him, that there is a secret that we have revealed today. And the secret we revealed today is that the reason for him to go to North to fight Boko Haram is already being implemented without a gunshot from Boko Haram in the south. Boko Haram did not come to south to fight or kill anybody to have the center of Sunnah. Tell them that apart from that, that the reason why they are staging the war in the north is to enable them to reduce the men that will fight against the forceful Sunnah in the south. Just like now, a lot of you know what is happening in Biafra land. There has been a lot of report that our men are being abducted, our young men are being abducted and taken to a unknown destination and possibly kill them, and nobody have the record anywhere and nobody have the evidence anywhere. Do you know why they are doing that? Do you know where they are targeting the young men? They are targeting the young men because they know the young men will be the army of tomorrow. They are targeting the young men because they know, thank you very much, Seth, for that super chat. They are targeting the young men because they know the young men will be the people that will defend the land tomorrow. And the same thing they are doing to the soldiers, taking them to north to go and die, is the same thing they are now beefing up the extermination of our young men from the southern Nigeria and from the eastern part of Nigeria. So, but the good news is that they cannot kill all of us. We said, even if it is 10 people that remain to start Biafra, we will do it. And those 10 people will start Biafra and they will multiply again like we multiplied after the war in 1970. This time around, we are going to fight till the finish, till the end.